Amen. Whether there's going to be a problem again in the USA, again the angel of nature pointed on fire, a fire that gutted a very big land, and many people were destroyed, and even the floods were too much.
The so-called Jennings Creek wildfire, which is saddling Passaic County, New Jersey, and Orange County, New York, began on Saturday and has quickly spread. New York Governor Hochul now calling this the biggest fire in this region in 16 years.
And here are the numbers of where they're at. The fire still only about 10% contained, and more than 5,000 acres have burned in both states. One death also being blamed on the fire, an 18-year-old who was hit by a tree while working with firefighters.
Michelle Charlesworth will have more on the fire victim in just a moment. We are going to begin with Tony Yates and the race to keep those flames from spreading to homes and other structures. Tony?
Yeah, you know, and unfortunately, these are just the absolutely perfect conditions to make this wildfire so very difficult to fight and to douse. We know first responders are throwing everything they have at it. Even some homeowners are doing what they can to save their properties.
So I'm up on the roof here, and all I can do is keep hosing it down.
This is cell phone video from homeowner Paul Maloney. You hear the worry in his voice as he walks the roof of his house using a water hose to spray it down as flames creep within yards of his home.
And there's a fire right there.
And this is in Hewitt. Homeowner Harry Murphy gave us this video of firefighters burning a control line across the street from his house to help contain the fire.
Thankful that the wind was going east, which was going up the hill from me, and it was going away.
Hours later, new crews out with water hose lines to douse the control burn. It worked.
They did a great job. I mean, everybody together. I don't know how many towns were involved.
Hundreds of firefighters are tackling acres of dry underbrush, which easily ignites and quickly spreads when the winds pick up.
It's in steep, rugged terrain. We're having, as you can see now, active winds push up, and the humidity is slowly drying out more as the day progresses. And throughout this week, they're calling for stronger winds and lower relative humidity.
Nearly 3,000 acres are now burning in Passaic County, just 10% contained from a fire that started on 2 wilderness trails around Greenwood Lake in Orange County, New York. My colleague Joe Torres covering that part of this wildfire.
The challenge for firefighters here in Greenwood Lake, Orange County, twofold: the winds and the terrain. If the winds become too strong, then the pair of helicopters that were used today to drop hundreds of gallons of water onto the flames, they can't fly.
It gets steeper when you go over that ridge. And it's also super rocky. Like we've got 3 dozers on scene right now, and there's very limited place that our dozers can get to and actually put some really wide control line in for us.
Helicopters have been dumping water, assisting those ground crews who had very, very little help from Mother Nature this morning.
We did receive some precipitation, approximately a quarter inch of rain. Even though we got that precipitation, all it merely did was slow down the fires.
A lot of work still to be done. We are told, though, that there are less than a dozen structures that are in the path of the fire, at least here in New Jersey, and still no mandatory evacuations have been ordered. For now, we're live here in Ringwood. Tony Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.